the past, the present and the future. Right? What is now, what you are now, is what you will be tomorrow. Unless you radically change now, you will be, the future is what you are now. That's so obvious. So, the future is the present, and the present is the past. So the present, the now, contains all time. And my friend says, when he says, I will think about it and perhaps eventually get it, then he is merely postponing, not giving attention to the whole content of the now. And the now, with its attention, is order. So let's go to the next thing. My friend asks, why is it that all my life I've sought pleasure? Pleasure seems to be the most important thing in one's life. What's wrong with pleasure? Or why is it that human beings go after it so ceaselessly? Pleasure through sex, pleasure through possessions, pleasure through power, fame, notoriety, pleasure through writing a book. It may be a failure. People may not buy it, but the pleasure of writing it. Pleasure seems to be a common lot of humanity. And why? Why has it become so important? Please inquire. Speaker says to his friend, inquire. Don't say, yes, I must have pleasure. We've always lived by pleasure. Fulfillment, gratification, achievement. There are different forms of pleasure. But why is it that we cling to it, that we perpetually are after it? We take drugs, alcohol, with all its misery, but it's pleasurable. The immediacy of pleasure. You understand? Not the postponement of pleasure. Right? That is, where there is pleasure now at the second, there is no interference or interpretation of thought. Pleasure, at the second there is the pleasure, then a few seconds later thought creates the image of that pleasure, of that sensation, and then pursues that. Right, my friend, do you understand this? So thought again creates the image of that second, seeing the extraordinary beauty of a sunset, with all the golden light of an evening, the great beauty and the stillness of a sunset, with its green ray which so rarely happens. There is that immediate perception of that, then thought says how marvelous that was, how beautiful, how extraordinarily vital. And it has created image, and the next day it wants it again. Right? So, the understanding of thought, the thinking process, becomes extraordinarily important. For fear is one of the factors of our life, like pleasure. Perhaps fear is a greater factor than pleasure. Fear of not having pleasure. So, my friend says, can we go into this question of fear? And also, in exploring, he says, can it ever end? Or must fear everlastingly the burden of humanity? So together, my friend, we're going to find out. Not the speaker is going to instruct and you follow, which becomes rather childish and immature, but rather together, you and the speaker, go into this question of fear. Man has lived with fear for thousands upon thousands of years. Fear of nature, a thunderstorm, fear of darkness, fear of the very existence of life. Fear of your neighbor, of one's wife or husband. Fear of not achieving, fear of being failure, especially in this country where success is worshipped. Don't you all want success? Of course we all do. And most of us, unfortunately or fortunately, are not great successes, except perhaps few politicians and the gurus which accumulate money with their nonsense, and the evangelists and so on, so on, so on. You know, have you ever realized the Catholic world is the most real estate people in the world? They own a great quantities of earth all over the world. And achievement, success, longing to be loved, and finding that you're not loved, and fear, bitterness, anxiety, and hate. So we together, we ought to go into the question of fear. Not merely the explanation, the description, which is very deceptive, because people are generally caught in description, in explanations, and so never get to the root of it. My friend says, let's get to the root of it. Well, I'm also fed up with it.